fucking episode this is anymore. I barely know what day it is of the week. But
I didn't even know you guys had a podcast.
Hey, that's what the fuck I'm talking.
I mean,
every Sunday I'm surprised. You know what I'm saying?
Let's jump in with the what was it, Cholo Dad?
Oh, please, man. Yeah, look.
Let's set it off.
First off, rest in peace, motherfucking Double K. Yesterday, I got blown the fuck.
Yeah,
my mind
I got the call. I was
shot right in the middle of the fucking day, knowing that another fucking legend is passed. Even worse, somebody that I considered highly fucking dope.
You got a good story, right?
Yeah, I got a good story, and well, I mean,
we'll get into that in a second. Let's start off. Let's pull up that video, Mondo.
We're gonna watch a video first.
Respectfully.
Yeah, I'm in downtown, bro. Sev, if you want to stop by, I'm in downtown.
I have no idea what
video.
Did you email the link?
No, just pull it up on YouTube.
Damn, shit getting spicy on that side of the table,
he's
bro.
like, who is that?
Yeah,
who's that?
It's like it's almost like Howard Stern, and you know how you.
What do you want me to pull up?
You're gonna pull up People Under the Stairs,
Producer.
Cholo Dad. Yo, that's crazy about the last album too.
That's a big fucking fact.
So I wonder if that was something that they already kind of knew. All right, here we go.
Play this banger.
You can't see this unless you go to the Twitch or the YouTube.
Rest in peace, Double K.
Rest in peace, Double K.
See fuck face over there, huh?
Yeah, living in LA, the most beautiful women on the planet. Love if you get one, goddammit. Watch out.
Runzik, what up? J2O.
Ronzik was popping, man.
Reef.
Yeah, we starting late, man. You know what I mean?
Living in LA is a beautiful thing on hot summer days. Strollers and highness in full swing. Sidewalking with the mothers headed back to the pad. What looks the dangerous demon known as the Cholo Dad. A man with a Budweiser can and a triple dot faded green tat on his hand. Plus his mother and his daughter's name placed on his arm for life. Veterano 40 years old. He packs a knife and much pride. You see him in yards, working on rides, bumping out Lavo, War, or Lakeside. They take an old El Camino, make that shit look clean. I'm scared of Cholo Dads. Let me tell you what I mean. Once upon a time I was in love with Carla. High school crush, and then summertime we start to seeing each other, calling on the phone to talk. On a hot August night, we went for a walk. We made it 2 blocks down the street, then she kissed me, sucking on my neck, giving me a bad hickey with my hands up the shirt, putting it on the mat. Then she screamed and pulled away. Oh shit, it's my dad. I spun around like, hi sir, I'm Chris, nice to meet you. You trying to fuck me, I'll kill you, fucker. I screamed like a bitch, turned around and ran, seen a 22 in his hand. Yo, she called the next day like, no need to be tense, but my dad's an OG who used to be from White Fence. White Fence. And I ain't called that girl Carla ever since.
I mean, you can collect the can.
One day,
but
I was
nah,
chilling
man,
on
this
Venus
shit
and
doesn't have like
Fairfax,
a shelf
smoking a
life,
big
though,
doobie,
right?
doing it to the max. On my
What
way
you
to
talking
the crib, I was stunned by a real outface with a short frame of another race. So I stepped with the intro. Baby, can I get your name and numero? I'm KK the Super Bro. She said her dad's Mario. He's not down with black guys. Talking to his baby girl, he be giving black guys. I said, yo, I understand. She said, no way. He works the late shift. Give me a call at 8. She was digging around, gave me a kiss on the cheek. Waiting for 7:30, dude, it felt like a week. 8:25 hit, picked up the phone, got the dial in the digits, hoping no girl was home. She picked up, sounding sexy, had me all aroused. Said she was chilling all alone, and I could come to her house and watch a little BET. But I'm thinking cognac, you know me, the double supreme. I'm trying to hit that, so I threw on my J, sprayed on some smell good, threw some trees in the bag, took a stroll through my hood. Close to her bed, I began wondering if her old man would show up and begin to rip. Hey yo, I should've knocked on wood. It wasn't all good. Less than an hour of chilling, the door open and there stood a big, tall Mexican man with tattoos of his gang and a case in his hand. Goddamn, yo, he had the devil in his eyes and enough brown pride to make Santana cry. All I can do is ask why. Me, the G double, gotta go through all this trouble just to. I'm Double K, man. Hey, I don't know no fucking Double K. Hey, how you doing, sir? I think you're up here.
Yo, I wonder.
My baby girl, I got all my clothes on. I am homes. I'm an OG. Yeah, you're a dad, man. I know homes. Let me talk to you. Yo, it's chill.
Yeah, you're a dad, man.
I'm scared when we cool. I'm trying to fight you, OG. It's cool, man. Nothing. Yeah, I know, man. So you're not good enough for my baby girl. Yo, just couldn't be down with Pee Wee for the rest of her life. Yeah, man, fuck Pee Wee. I'm about to leave you. I'm out of here.
That's my shit, yo.
Yo.
Rest in peace, Double K.
Rest in
Double K.
motherfucking peace, man. Crazy, man.
And you know what's really crazy is this album, Sincerely the IPA, which was their last album that they actually put out. It came out on February 1st.
Wow.
Oh,
That was the release date.
Wow.
So when I heard that shit yesterday, man, that shit completely blew my mind. Just knowing that it was just literally 2 days before the actual anniversary for their last album.
That's crazy.
Another interesting fact, and this is why it hurt me also, personally, is I think the reason that I even came up with the idea of beer tape was because of People Under the Stairs.
Damn.
I always saw breweries making beer in reference to hip hop nostalgia or hip hop, intellectual property, and I used to hate that.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, New World Ales actually worked with People Under the Stairs, and when they released Sincerely the P, they also released Sincerely the IPA. And they put the album of their cover on the can.
But they didn't include the music in any way.
They didn't include the music, but that's really what sparked my fucking.
Let's get into that first. Let's get into that first with the beer tape, because I don't think a lot of people. There's everybody that's pretty much in tune now that's checking us out. Better know what's up with the beer tape.
I mean, they should, but you'd be surprised, man. Because
you know what? There is.
Let them know what it is. Let them know what it is.
Didn't get his proper introduction. Pawz One Podcast. We like to do the ultra,
the illustrious,
you know what I'm saying?
Magnificent,
sensational,
incomparable,
enigmatic,
magnanimous,
fantastic,
incredulous,
keep it going, bro. Keep it going.
Incredulous.
You know what I'm saying? The unfathomably talented.
I guess he's the face, like RZA. He's the head.
You know what I'm saying? We form like Voltron, you know what I'm saying? And he just happened to be the head.
Correction. I may be the face, but it's your face on the logo.
Hey,
no. Let's go.
I don't wear glasses like that. Motherfucker, I don't wear glasses at all. All right, so.
You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would you?
What up, man?
The beer tape. So, like I said, for everybody that's out there that knows, obviously they know the breakdown, but for those that don't, let's educate them real quick on the beat tape. Thank you. I can actually hear. Hey, there I go.
Oh shit! What the fuck just happened right there?
I was here this whole time. But yeah, so
surplus is out there, so gonna go get them.
Tell them what the beat tape is for those that don't know.
It's not a beat tape, bro. It's a beer tape. All right, so
correction. We stand corrected.
All right, so beer tape is basically a product that we combine both a beer and an album.
Okay.
It's very simple, right? It's really not that complicated. It's you buy the beer, you get an album. And obviously the beer is going to be in reference to whichever artist that we're actually working with. So, the packaging and everything is going to be all revolved around that specific artist. What I still find it hard to believe is I still run into a lot of people who buy the beer because of the artist and still have no idea they have to scan the code to get the music. So
you don't put instructions on each and every beer.
I mean, come on, man. Ignorance is bliss, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, we trademark the term scan the code, get the music for that specific reason.
And people just completely ignore the shit. I love it. I love it. No, it's just like, you
Hold on. That was an important one right there. You said you trademarked that?
Yeah, so beer tape, scan the code, get the music, that's trademark.
That's fire.
What's funny is I would feel like hip hop heads would be good with instructions like throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care.
But
now
when you buy a craft brew, don't scan the code. Oh yeah.
Scan the code.
Instructions of scan the code, get the music.
Well, see, here's the thing though. When you give instructions to the crowd, they in front of you and they feeling you, right? But when they at home and they slouching
and they're 3 deep on a 4-pack, they're like,
you can't tell me what the fuck to do.
They're just being anarchists at this point.
Yeah. I'll show you. I'm gonna drink the rest of this shit.
I'll look for the music somewhere else besides this fucking code.
If you're there for the music, you're gonna go for the music.
And so you're getting into doing like exclusive shit for just that beer. And I think that went over a lot of people's heads too, because number one, they didn't even know they were supposed to scan this shit.
Exactly.
And then let alone like, I'm getting shit that you can't get anywhere else.
You can't get anywhere else. So more specifically, even the latest release that we did with Visionaries, big ups Visionaries. They released their last album, which was titled 5 or V, or it's actually 5 because it's their fifth album. And we made that album available through that code. But what people still failed to realize was that they actually created all new, brand new exclusive music, a brand new song called I Love Hops, which we filmed a music video for that you could also see if you go to the Instagrams. And also Surplus actually did a beat for that same EP, and I think it was Key. Was it Key and Rhapmatic Surplus?
He's gonna get on the mic right now.
Yeah. So there's 3 brand new songs, that you can't get by buying the
album in physical form. You can only get it by downloading through Getting the Brew.
You can only get it by Getting the Brew and downloading it through there.
Fire.
Now, I can tell you is that we are evolving. So to say that there's never going to be a physical form of this, I can't.
I think it'd be
beautiful
to see like all the beer tapes, like the exclusive stuff, eventually put on wax.
Yeah,
that comes with like a ultimate fucking case of beer.
That's where we're going.
That's
eventually,
dope. Like a sampler.
Yeah, where it has a little bit of a hazy, different shit. And I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not even charging you for this one. But if you
don't worry, I am though. You'll be getting billed.
If you want to mix up the flavors and then have just the compilation of all the bangers, you know what I mean?
Like the hard part with that, obviously, is that when we make the beer, it's really an exclusive beer. So once it's done, it's done. It's not like we got.
You do a single batch basically, or do you do multiple batches if it calls for that?
I mean, so far we've only done single batches for all our beer, regardless of whether it's a beer tape or it's just a regular beer.
Okay.
And I mean, the reasoning behind it is because it really does take a lot of work, in creating the beer just itself, branding it, packaging it, delivering it, all the distribution. It's a lot of work. So,
when you're doing these individual brews, like, are the people that you're collaborating with involved in like creating the flavor profile and all of that, or is it just like, hey, we're the brand, you're the magician, make the magic brew?
Yeah, has anybody been hands on where they're like, yo, I want it to taste like this?
Yeah, everybody. I mean, so
like, did everybody told you I want a beer that tastes like pussy juice or some shit like that? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you'd be surprised what the hell they wanted to
hey, breast, I hear that shit cure COVID. We'll talk about that. Had some titty milk before we came in the studio this morning. Matter of fact, you know what I mean?
No, but so now what we're doing, and I think we've been blessed with that, is every artist that we've been working with, they've actually been very involved in the process of actually making a beer. They can't necessarily be too involved in the flavor process because that's where Edgar, Beer Thug Life,
he's the master brewer.
Yeah,
right?
he's the master brewer. He's the head brewer, and it takes a lot of work also on his end, on Edgar's end, to develop these recipes and to make it actually taste like a good beer. Because it doesn't matter if we could be working with the biggest artists on earth. If the beer sucks, nobody's gonna fucking drink that shit.
Exactly.
There's perfect examples out there right now. If you wink,
just
wink.
shit on them. Go ahead. Hey, that's why.
Yeah, man,
that's
what
why
the
I
fuck
built
we
this
here
platform.
for. Yeah, man, come on. Nah.
You suck, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Hold on.
Exhibit A.
Hold on.
Exhibit B.
Hold on.
Nah, but I know what you're talking about. There are some artists who just kind of like, yo, just throw my name on there. Throw my name and my face on there. It tastes like dog piss. I don't
care. It's like that meme, huh? Hey, fuck my shit up.
So we work completely different. So I think part of the
check your mic.
Part of the thing that actually works with us too is that we actually have a personal relationship with a lot of these artists. So it's not just somebody that we're calling randomly, like on Instagram or hitting somebody's manager. It's usually somebody that we worked with in the past.
Okay.
So we have a meeting. We talk about what styles they like. We concentrate more on styles rather than specific flavors, because then that way Edgar can worry about just the flavor itself.
I hear that.
So if we can consolidate on style, then we know we can bang it out.
Okay.
And then now what we do is we have the artists actually create original exclusive music also that's going to be involved in the beer tape.
Fucking lit.
So that way it's totally connected to their album, and plus to this also additional content, you know, that they want to get through buying the can.
That's tight.
And then what we do now too is we put out a full merch line. You know, like if you see, I'm wearing my
Oh
hood,
shit. Okay.
you know, hoodie.
Real quick, let's get a mic check over here. Go ahead.
Mic check.
And let's
Oh, yeah, I can
introduce
hear you,
our
bro.
mystery
Okay.
guest over
I
here
can
off
hear
to the
myself
end.
at first.
Yeah, you
know?
won't
Oh, there you go.
have. There you go.
Yeah, so we do, you know, I mean, shit, we do merch now. You know, every time that we do
I
this.
love the sweater. I saw you walk in with that jerk, and
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so we did a full merch line also with Visionaries. It was a zip-up hoodie. We did glassware. What else did we do? I think
Before we get into selling stuff,
all that shit.
yeah, because we're selling stuff right now.
Everything.
Before we do that, let's
Everything
talk
was
about why is it called on Instagram? Why is it called Hip Hop Craft the Show? Educate these people.
Ooh.
Oh,
I'm
well-
just calling them out. I'm just
That's
saying,
a good question.
because you're on my show.
I know.
Let's talk about the show,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
Okay.
I feel like the ideas that we had,
It's the
fucking
show.
nobody could touch that. Like what the
I know. Yes, you're
tell
right.
tell them
You're right.
what
so,
it's gonna be.
So, I think now what it's going to be is going to be more of a reality show style content that we're going to create. So every time that we work with somebody, we're actually going to film the whole process, ups and downs. You'd be surprised if it's not all glory. Believe me,
No,
it is not all glory.
the meetings.
It's not all just drinking beer
Oh,
and having
shit.
a good time.
Wish.
No.
I fucking
So
wish.
it's not all titties and beer?
No,
it's
I'm
not
out
Most
there.
of it is
titties and
sampling the
man.
beer.
What the
I'm out.
fuck? All right,
I'm
guys.
selling
outta
all
here.
about
Fuck
that.
this
selling my
shit.
shares.
Yeah.
I'm selling my shares.
I wish it was, man, but no, there's a lot of crazy shit that happens, you know, like in the process. A lot of frustrations, a lot of high, you know, notes as well too. But I think that's going to be very interesting. Plus, we have a lot of good personalities. You know, obviously we work with Edgar. You know, Edgar alone is a personality.
Yeah.
So just,
Word.
just
It's a lot
you know.
of a lot of good characters. But what I was gonna say is originally the idea was
Oh, so originally we were gonna film a show where we were gonna actually rate beer, and have a hip hop artist with us. So it's gonna be more like the Hot Ones, where we were gonna have, you know, like a flight of beers, and then educate people on the beers as well while we're interviewing this hip hop artist. And that, honestly, I still think that's a great idea. The problem is now I don't want to promote anybody else's beer because we're making beer. So if anything,
I mean,
you
that's
know,
what it comes down to, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
That's initially how it started, though.
That's
Remember?
that's how it started.
We
Yeah.
recorded a couple episodes, but then this shit kind of just started bubbling.
It just
And we,
So-
you know,
so-
kept
well,
it
actually,
moving.
what happened actually after that, and what sidetracked us was the events, because we started doing events, so we started doing these bottle shares, and Pawz thought I was crazy when I called him. And I told him,
I just never heard of it.
I
So
told-
when you said,
I told him, hey, we're
I
gonna
like
do
how
an
he
event.
tells the story. Go ahead,
I told
go
him,
ahead.
hey,
I'll shoot holes in it. Go ahead.
we're gonna do an event. We're gonna charge $25, you know, for people to get in. It's gonna be on a Sunday. It's gonna start at 8:00 in the morning.
I was like, yo, people were fucking super hungover. What the
It's
fuck?
gonna be like, that's a total fail if you ain't got.
yo, I
He
was like, I wanted
fail.
to be convinced.
If
I
there
was like-
isn't a snow machine there, then there's gonna be
Yo.
problems. You know what I'm
Yo.
saying? Like,
I'm like, wait, Sunday morning? 8?
Yeah, Sunday morning.
And
8
he's like,
o'clock.
no.
and
There were sandwiches,
You had
though.
to bring.
Sober
You had to
you up,
bring beer.
sober you up.
you had to bring beer, so you call it BYOB or
Yeah.
some
No,
shit.
Come out.
no. It's not bring your own beer, because the point was not for you to bring beer so you could drink it. The point was for you to drink beer so other people could drink
So you can
it,
share it.
and then you can drink what other people brought as well. That's why it's
Oh,
called
it was
a bottle
beautiful.
share.
It was
Fucking lit.
beautiful. It was
I like
beautiful.
that.
Yeah, it was
I
great.
like that.
Beautiful, man, beautiful. And we did it, you know, in our home, Uncle Henry's. The show, you know, Hip Hop Craft got founded in Uncle Henry's. I got to give Uncle Henry's also, you know, big ups for that.
Yep.
Sandwiches are fire.
Sandwiches are
All
fire.
day.
Beer
Sandwiches
selection,
are fucking
phenomenal.
delicious.
Beer selection.
Sandwiches are
Everything.
fire, you
Yeah,
say.
the brew.
Yeah.
Brew 100
Yeah.
beers on tap, you know.
Yeah.
Now obviously, you know, like, you can't go in there and enjoy any of that, but that's where it all started. We started doing
I
these
mean,
events.
right now people can enjoy it outside, right?
Well,
As
what I was
it's
gonna
fucking Friday.
what I was gonna ask is, would you still like to keep the initial idea of having, let's say, a Master Ace, somebody like that, or a Pete Rock, or somebody, whoever, legendary
Okay.
New Cats, you know,
I think-
Derringer, whatever, come sit down and try a flight of craft beers, because even Julio was like, yo, I didn't think it would work because everything was St. Ives and, you know, malt liquor back in the day. I didn't think rappers really fuck with craft beer.
They
So,
do, man.
they do,
really
but they do.
Straight up, man.
So
they do,
would
man.
you still like to implement the original idea of the show somehow?
Okay, so the problem that I have with that
Now
is
it's gonna
that
be our brews.
Yeah,
so
see that, but they sell out. So how?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
that's a good problem.
Yo,
to have.
So I think-
yo,
yo,
so
give
hold
us
on,
their
though, hold on, though.
assessment
But
on
what
them.
if you
You know
make
what I
like
mean?
a straight up
This one
batch
is
for the
better than
show?
the other one.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yo,
we
what if
just
you
want to hear
make
from a
batch
legend.
special for the shows and you have
Well, see,
other beers
that's
to
what
go against that batch?
See, the thing is, look, and this is just straight up, right? If we're gonna make a connection with any artist, let's just say it is Massa Ace or whoever it is, right?
Right.
Why aren't we making his beer?
Right.
So why do we have him on the show tasting other fucking beer that isn't his beer?
Right.
You know, like, and then
So you're gonna make a batch per show?
so that's why I think the reality show would work, because now we could still have that Massa Ace, we could still have whatever artist evidence, whoever the fuck we want to fuck with,
Right.
and then actually film the whole process, give content, where it's actually shows, episodes, and people have to tune in to see how it fucking actually turns out, like, and then at the end
like
of the day,
that.
they get the fucking beer too,
Yeah, I like that.
Eventually, it would be dope to actually press everything up on wax. Like Pawz was saying, get a comp of all the beer tape joints that we've done.
Yeah,
we
it's gonna
definitely
happen,
threw around that
actually.
idea. Yeah, it's gonna happen at some point.
I don't want to spill too many beans, but let's just say we're already in the process of actually creating the first one, of pressing something up on wax of a beer tape that we already did. And then we have an artist that we haven't done his beer yet, but we are about to do, and that's going to be pressed up in wax as well. And that's a pretty big artist. So.
All right, so there's a lot of dudes. I mean, you mentioned Evidence, a couple.
Hey,
other people.
honestly, do you think people really give a fuck about all this bullshit, man? I mean, can we talk about something that's actually,
Well,
like,
I was gonna. Hey, my.
Whoa.
You might be talking bullshit.
Whoa, my guy.
I come with critical, hard hitting facts. No, real shit. I got a question. Name an artist that has passed away. We lost Double K. We lost Doom. Name an artist that you wish who've lost that you'd like to do a beer tape with if you could have.
Well, obviously Doom, because I'm tired of seeing breweries actually make Doom beers and use his intellectual property, use his likeness, and use all of that, and even after the fact that he passed away. So I don't have any verification. I might be wrong. Maybe these breweries are actually donating something to the family or something, but I personally would never work with or make a beer in likeness of a hip-hop artist without actually working with him. And I don't give a shit what you talk about this right here, because you're gonna say that we jacked this shit too.
Bro, you sampled it. No.
We sampled it.
It's hip-hop. You sampled it.
We sampled it because we sampled.
Bro, see
this shit right here,
sampled the
People's
conglomerate,
Republic of South Central. Look at this shit.
Yeah.
Nah, this shit is all vibes.
That's
I mean, you know what though? I hear what you're saying, because I saw a lot of that shit pop off. There's so many motherfuckers out here doing that. Fucking,
it's easy to just pick some shit up and be like, you know what, this is working right now. Let's go ahead and use that.
pieces of rhinoceros.
That's
pizzle.
Yep, I saw that Doom
Fuck, they
brew
are.
drop. I don't even know if it's actually come out yet, but
There's
I said to
been
my
plenty-
homie,
there's
I
been
saw
plenty
a
Doom
story
beers,
post and I
you
was
know.
like, yo, hopefully they don't get caught up for that shit. Because
No, and-
they very well indeed will
And-
get fucking caught
I
up
mean,
for it because
if I was
they
Doom's
ain't having
estate,
that. That's too
I'd hire a
soon. That's way
motherfucker.
too soon. Don't you guys think?
So,
I think people were waiting for that.
So-
to be honest, I feel like they're
Maybe
Nah,
more
you know
down
what?
the
I agree
line,
with
I
surplus.
understand that.
I agree
Yeah.
with that shit. It
I
shouldn't
feel like
be
it's a
out
little
the
too
next
soon.
week.
Like,
It
you're
shouldn't
trying
be
to
out
capitalize
the
off it.
month
no,
of.
it shouldn't
It shouldn't be out that fast, bro.
It shouldn't be out, period. If
Facts.
you're not.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
working
If there's no
on it,
direct
you know?
affiliation, true. But I'm saying just
him rest,
period.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That
Let
shit
him
should have
rest
dropped
for
the
a
month he
moment,
passed.
you know what I
Nah,
mean?
man. Yeah.
Like that's some fucked up shit.
That's some fucked up shit.
But when the fuck don't you see it in hip hop, or when don't you just see it? Period. But hip hop is a thing that gets stolen a lot off of right now.
Yeah.
You
See,
know what
I
I mean?
think
So
that's
it's like,
I think that's the problem.
Billboards,
You know,
just everything is
Yeah.
Everything,
marketed
man,
with
you know?
hip hop.
Urban Outfitters and like
Yeah, with
shit
the
like
hip-hop
that.
so
connotation, like,
there was
fresh.
actually a beer, and that a brewery did, and it was called WAP. You know, and but a lot of people had a problem
Wait,
with that.
hold on.
Not
WAP
because it
or
said
WAP?
WAP.
Because WAP that's the derogatory.
It is, but
Is
It
it
was-
WAP?
it's not-
WAP?
yeah, it was.
Nah,
it was
nah.
WAP or, yeah, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, WAP.
Because WAP is
nah. I mean, there's all kinds. There's
No,
WAP.
WAP. You know, like
You know,
I'm
there's-
just fucking
whatever
with you.
whatever
Go
the fuck
ahead.
that song is, bro.
Yeah, no, but
It's kind of
song-
important, bro. Wet ass pussy is a big
you know,
difference.
but then there's WOP WAP, and then
No,
there's
it could've
GWOP
been
Yeah.
WAP.
it could have been wet old pussy.
Nah,
Whoa.
I'm saying.
Oh,
So wap and wap. Anyway, they made a beer.
Yeah, they made a beer. You know, a lot of people had a problem.
What did it
with that,
taste like?
What
did it
I
taste
personally didn't buy it. See, that's the thing, you know, like when you contribute, when motherfuckers go and buy this fucking beer and then they post it and then they glamour.
Well, that's
it,
hip hop though.
Like, it's just
Hip hop. I feel like because I'm gonna go ahead and say young, still kind of young. I feel like it's like, look what I got. Look what I did. You don't have this. And
no. So okay. So you were asking me also about, you know, like who I wanted to
yeah,
work
somebody
with.
else.
So straight up, I just told you guys a story about
Double K. The
it
people under the
was
stairs.
People
Yeah.
under the stairs. Because that influenced us so much. I actually had a conversation with S1 maybe about 4 months ago, and we were actually, you know, I told him, you know, that I'd love to, you know, do something with him, and you know that obviously what had happened. So now, you know, yesterday with that happening, that's, you know, I don't know. It's just, I kind of feel, you know, like I'm still gonna reach out to Tess and
Do something to pay homage.
in homage.
Definitely, man. I mean, that
To
shit's
go to
only
his
right at
family.
this
Maybe the
point.
proceeds go to his
Exactly, yo.
family.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause-
Exactly.
yeah.
Like
rest
to
in
do
peace,
it the
Double
right
K.
way. To do it the right fucking
Legendary
Do it the
LA
right way.
funkster, you know,
Yes.
fucking
Yeah,
head.
maybe-
hip-hop
Just
head,
influence
fucking-
on
just-
everybody,
just
man.
influence
Like,
on-
as a beat maker, I can't speak for it like you could, sir. But like shit on the rap end, my God, like how smooth was this
Yeah.
motherfucker?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like effortless flows.
It sounded like he had fun every time he rapped.
Oh,
like
yeah.
he was just remembering
that's what
some
I
shit.
love about
spit.
Pawz, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Like-
what I love about people under the stairs. Just their whole vibe is about having a good time. You know, it is
Facts.
party music. It's
Yeah.
some, you know, it's some
Facts.
LA shit.
Yup.
Yep.
And
Yep.
you know, there's other heads that I've seen around the world that understand it. But I think, man, all those first two questions in form of an answer, or you know, what was the one right before that? Fucking man, now I'm forgetting. But anyways, their first three albums really resonated with me. You know,
Yup.
Oh, yeah.
OST and
Mhm.
man,
I think that shit
It-
kind of it always brought me back down to earth. Where like, I think as a writer, I get into like the deep end of it, and I'm like, how can I be more technical or more
Right.
double, triple entendre? And it's just like, yo, this guy's just fucking.
You know what's crazy?
It's
though?
Well,
like
that's why
dance,
that
he's just
Cholo
killing it.
Dad. Look, well, that's why that Cholo Dad joint was so dope to me because he
Yeah.
like he wasn't even doing extras on it, like trying to be all fucking like
Yeah.
it's so wrong because it's so whatever. It's just like straight up, yo. I was trying to smash and Cholo
Yeah.
Dad was tripping, but it's good. You know what I'm saying? At the end, when
I don't
he's
want to
like,
fight you, OG.
Yeah, he's like, I'm good, OG. You a dad, man. Like, yo, comedy, man. And that's that dope shit. Well,
Do you
I
feel
like that. Some Matrix shit. Yo,
Yeah.
yo, you see the special effects game is
We got
stepping up.
special effects up in this
You know what I'm
bitch.
saying? We doing it real in the studio now. It's some Matrix shit for you, baby. Oh, that shit
Oh,
was
shit.
wild.
You know what's crazy is that there's also motherfuckers that have never heard of People Under the Stairs.
Yeah. No, well, they've heard of them.
Hey.
They just never listened to
You
them.
know, like
Yeah, like they've heard Tess and Double K and don't know that's Tess and Double K. They're just like, oh, that's that shit I was listening to on my cousin's tape or my brother's
Yeah.
tape or fucking whatever.
Sounds familiar. Yeah.
There's so many
sounds
cats in
familiar.
LA, and I think that's just like the overprivilege of having dope shit all around you.
the people who live where?
Yeah, like ¿de dónde
Man.
vienen? Like,
Damn.
Nah,
Yo,
but yeah.
I was gonna say, I saw you reaching into the bag. I
Mhm.
thought you had like a secret beer stash because
Nah.
as long as I've known you, you've always pulled out like, yo, bam, this is
Bam.
10% right here.
Oh man, well,
Bam.
shit, man.
This is from
I wish
here.
I had some
Bam.
of that F2020, man. That we did a
Oh.
beer with Crown of Hops and Beer Advocate called
That's tight.
F2020 times 3. It was a triple dry hop, triple black IPA, 10%.
damn, that when you drank this shit, your face invert or some shit.
Yes.
Like, from
man, some fire
No,
shit.
I had
You know what?
crazy
Yeah.
visions.
crazy
No,
visions.
No, it was
Yo.
the day. It was the day that visionary shoot for I
Yeah.
Love Hops, and Edgar's like, "Try some of this out, dog. You know, just let me know what you think. Let me know what you think, homie."
Put some
And
beer on
it. Yeah.
he poured me a nice glass of it. It was like just about to be done fermenting, but I was maybe halfway into it, and I was already bent. I'm like, "What the fuck is this? It
love
tastes
it.
like
I love it.
coffee and madness."
Ooh, coffee and madness. That sounds like a fire beer right there.
Oh shit! All right, man. So bring it. What else you got?
I,
man?
I wanted to
What else
ask.
you got?
I wanted to ask about, and I always take it back to this, and it because I'm not here to teach the motherfuckers that already know,
Mhm.
right? I mean, they
Oh,
better
man,
know.
here,
But
no,
the
I
ones
got
that
you.
don't
You
know,
gotta do that.
the one, look at, I want my friends, because that's who's tuned in.
Here, bro. Like,
I want my friends to enjoy
you know what I'm
good
saying?
shit, good food,
Yeah.
good weed, good beer. So
Mhm.
let's take it back to the basics and break it down. I asked you to do this before,
Uh-huh.
and you were a complete douche about it. Hopefully, you don't do that again.
Part two.
Explain.
I'm always a douche, though.
Yeah, explain to these people. All right, this purple one here.
Uh-huh.
Just for those that don't know.
Okay. So actually, why don't you pour a little bit of it so that way people could actually
I see somebody said Edgar's best so far, huh? So that beer y'all was just talking about was really that, huh?
Oh, the F20 times 3.
Hey, well, what's this come from right here though? Let me know something about People's Republic of South Central.
You want to go in order real quick?
Yeah,
So
let's
look,
go in order. So this one right here is the right now or later. It's a sour ale. Basically, it's packed with a bunch of fruit, man. We got Concord grapes in there. We got blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, and also black currant or currant. I don't even know how to pronounce that.
Currents.
So-
I got you. No problem. Currents.
go. So
Yeah.
it sounds more elegant.
Sounds bougie.
It sounds it sounds a little more elegant.
Sounds
So-
like a rapper.
Currant.
So who would you recommend this for? Now remember, a lot of the people out there is Budweiser, Bud Light,
Yeah.
Modelo.
depending on the budget, Natural Ice,
Whoa.
King Cobra,
Oh shit.
Miller High
Yeah.
Life.
Shout out to Fontana. We see you.
Yeah.
La Puente in the house.
Yeah,
Yo,
we see
so
you.
who would you
Okay,
recommend this
so-
beer to?
I-
People that like
Okay, so I'm gonna keep it real. Sours is usually, like designated for people who have a little bit more refined palate, because it's not your typical beer. It's obviously called a sour because it is sour. So you're drinking a beer and it's gonna be sour, and you have to actually expect that and like it in order for it to taste good. Now, the good thing that we did with this one is that we didn't turn up the sour notch fucking like super high.
and that's what me and
right?
Surplus talked about, where I've actually had some sours where it's like fucking
Like,
vinegar.
yo,
It's like
yes.
vinegar,
Yeah.
and then don't get me wrong.
That's spicy.
when
At that
when
point.
you're mixing it up like that,
Yeah.
that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, all right, I'll have one of those or a little bit of that, to balance
But
out
you're
this
not,
or that.
You're not gonna
Well, see,
drink
like,
it, right?
I like that Belgian shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Chimay, that's my shit, right? Like if I'm gonna
But
so-
Chamay's more okay. So yeah, Chamay's a different style of beer as well too.
true,
right?
but in terms of like depth of flavor, you get a lot of flavor out of something like that, or like Le Fin de Monde, or like Nocturnal Delirium.
See, Le Fin de Monde is something that's fucking strong as fuck too, man.
I love that
that'll
shit.
fuck you up
Woo,
right
that
there,
shit's
man.
that shit right
Yeah,
there.
that shit'll fuck you up.
Man.
All right, so let's move on to this one here.
All right. So anyway, so the sour, anybody will like it that loves fruit. This one in particular, because you're gonna get a whole bunch of like grape Welch's juice, like all up in your face
Okay.
as soon as you drink it, and then it's gonna
Salud,
it's
everybody
gonna smooth
out
out
there.
to a little bit of a sour. So the people who love the sours are still gonna like it because we actually got a lot of shit talkers because of the red one that we did first.
Oh, I love that one.
That red one's fire.
I like that.
Nah, we got a lot of hate, bro.
I was
Compared
bringing that
to
shit
this
every
one,
week.
though,
a lot of hate.
Well, this one,
World
this
of
one,
the
difference.
sour people,
But
like
yeah,
all the
the
fucking,
red one was
like
tasty
all
too.
the
it wasn't sour
graphic-
enough.
The
yeah,
sour
that shit-
snobs.
It was like that shit wasn't a sour, like
you still had that
okay,
ale.
motherfuckers.
You still had that
No.
ale remnants at the end of it. You can taste more of the beer rather than the sour.
This one though,
I
now
like
the
that
purple,
shit.
You know what I mean?
Edgar
Yeah.
fucking.
I like
Edgar's
it.
a man, bro.
Fucking nuts,
Edgar's a
bro.
man. Speaking of which, that's actually him on this fucking this one right here.
Let me see. Okay. The man with the plan.
Right
Yeah,
there,
it's
right
the
in the
man
center.
with the plan.
That's actually so. That's me. I'm Zapata, and Edgar.
That's me. I'm
Zapata?
Zapata.
So-
That shit. Yeah.
No, just to clarify,
Just to clarify, like.
it's like when a little kid got his elementary school picture and they're all lined up,
Yo.
and
What
he's like,
Joe
"Look."
Jackson said, I like the grape over the red. Okay.
Yeah, see, a lot of people are gonna say that shit.
Yeah,
man.
but
Like,
this one did top the other
Yeah.
one. So let's talk about this one here.
mhm.
I'm gonna pour this so they can see this.
So this one, wait, I didn't finish introducing the lineup, bro. Right? So
Damn.
now we got Edgar. Edgar's Pancho Villa,
Okay.
and then Julio is El Carnicero.
Okay.
That was Pancho Villa's right hand, like mercenary,
Okay.
So
okay.
this, I love this beer. Honestly, right
This
now,
that commercial, by the way, was
that
fucking
commercial was
classic.
so fucking.
That commercial was
fire,
great.
dude.
Yo.
So fucking fire. But we
Shout out to
fucking-
Greg and Ryan.
we
Yeah,
fucking-
killing it, yo.
Our content
Yeah.
creators.
Oh yeah, man. Yes. Okay, so we'll talk about that later.
But let's let them.
This
see
is
that.
a double hazy, so this is a double hazy. It's a double dry hop hazy as well too, and we got Citra, Mosaic, and Simcoe hops in there. So this one's actually going to be definitely more on the sweeter side. You're gonna taste a lot of like mango, pineapple. You smell it. It definitely smells like super fruity. Right now it's at its peak. We still have some, so you could definitely find this in a bunch of stores right now. Go out and get it. It's fucking fire.
So would you recommend this for the Theos? Is this for like the OGs, a heavy? It's 8.5, bro.
It's 8.5%. So if you're drinking Bud Light, you're only going to be able to drink one of these. I'm just telling you straight up.
One and done.
Yeah, it's a one and done when
it's a one and a chaser or some shit.
If you don't like going to the bathroom every 3 fucking minutes to piss, this is for you.
This is definitely perfect.
This is
man.
for you. Yeah.
You're not even gonna. Yeah, you're gonna knock out before you even have to piss, bro. Seriously. I've had a lot of homies, like a lot of people who aren't usually into craft beer, and then once they start drinking beer and they drink a couple of 8.5s or a couple of doubles, and they're done, man.
I'm curious, like, not to sidetrack too much, but how many motherfuckers are like, yo, this tastes good? Because I know I'm one of them. But when I first started fucking with the craft shit like heavy, I was like, damn, this tastes good. And I didn't really pay too much attention to the ABV because you got to remember when you start with, the King Cobras and this and that, whatever the fuck. Yeah. And you move, you're a kid, you move your way up. Finally, you get a little bit of this and that. But for the most part, the average beer is the Corona, Modelo, whatever. And that's what, like a 4?
Okay, but you gotta understand, man.
3.
We've been programmed, bro, from like back since the whatever the fuck, when they started making beer commercials, man. That's when we got programmed into thinking that was our only option. I mean, craft beer's been around for a very long time, but when the fuck did we know about it? We didn't really know about it, like you said, we grew up with fucking Modelo, Corona, Pacificos.
I feel like
Heineken.
gentrification brought that shit.
It's fucking gentrification of beer, bro. I've been preaching about this shit actually for a while, like
got passionate about that shit. But yo, so going back to what I said, back then, I think it was a marathon. I think like the dads and the uncles and everybody, it was a marathon where it's like, yo, you could drink a 30-pack. But that was throughout the night or whatever the fuck.
I mean, and let's not the 30-pack costs like $5.
That shit, yeah, bro.
Do you feel me? It's like there's a certain economy to the situation as well.
No,
but
let me tell you. No, let me show you the economy of it though, because I'm keep it 100, right? That's what we're doing. We made a lager. We just made a lager. You know that, motherfucker. We just made a lager.
Man, we need that.
Big shout out to Dinero 100K.
There's a time and place for everything.
Yeah,
and that's always a big concern for the artists that we collaborate with, because, like you said, we've been conditioned to like different brews that are on the lower tier,
right?
Bud Lights, Pacific.
The best of the worst,
right?
Yeah.
Even then, like you said,
we love those.
You're like, oh yeah, but that's because it costs fucking $5. But I'll tell you what, we just did a lager, and it doesn't cost $5 to do a 30-pack. Like we put in quality ingredients. All of our beers are vegan. We never put anything in there that is not water, hops, grain.
And that's the difference.
And
I'm sure that's the difference though between whatever they was putting in that shit.
Because ultimately
that everybody's
mass produced,
right?
And the artists be like, I think we got to make something that's maybe between the 5 to
everybody want to turn
6%
up
because they want to make sure that their average fan or hip hop listener
I just want to make
is going to be having 2 or 3 of them rather than one and getting too faded.
I hear that because they'll be like, my beer ain't no bitch.
Yeah.
I hear that.
Something that they're concerned about. But
I'd like to come up with a backyard brawl batch where it's basically like, yo, one of these and it's on.
Oh shit, there's plenty of those, bro.
Yeah,
there's plenty of those, man.
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
When we did heavy.
That was good too, by the way.
That shit was 12%, man.
That last one Edgar did too, the black IPA, the black triple.
That was
it a black triple?
That was a 10%. That was a 10%.
But 12% though?
Yeah.
That's
so
a
we did
smacker.
And just to let y'all know, I mean, I guess we're dropping shit right now too, right? Yeah. So we're putting heavy back in rotation.
Okay. You heard it here first.
But this time we're actually going to step it up a notch. We're actually going to throw it into some bourbon barrels and some whiskey barrels, and then actually let it sit for about 6 months before we put it into bottles.
Damn.
And this is going to be a premium, a very high premium beer. It's also Heavy is a beer tape. It's
get a
part of the
pour of
beer
this.
tape series. So, you know, we're going to have actually some pretty crazy shit on that one once it actually comes out.
Moving on to number 3. So,
Which is what I'm drinking.
what do we have here?
Okay, so this is actually from the homies, Chewy from Boomtown, which is one of the
What
owners
up,
of
Chewy?
Boomtown. What's up, Chewy?
Yup.
Cheers.
What up, Boomtown?
Cheers, Chewy.
He started his own brewery called People's Republic of South Central.
Lit.
It's actually a very good cause because what he's doing right now is every 4-pack that's being sold, proceeds are actually going to buy laptops for underprivileged children in South Central.
Fuck yeah.
That's dope.
He's actually
Yeah,
not
he's in there.
keeping any of the money. He's literally, whatever money is being made out of there, he's putting it into laptops. He's putting them into kids' hands. He's actually helping the community.
Fire.
It's a really good cause. And not only that, but he actually makes a really good beer. So this is a West Coast. This is a classic West Coast. And this is why you could actually see this is clear. You would almost think that it's a lager or something, you know,
Facts.
or a Pilsner because
With that
it's-
look, yeah.
with that look. But it's actually a very hoppy beer. It's 7% also, so it's not
Pretty deep.
It's not a bitch, and it's also not, you know, it's not gonna fucking knock you out, you know, like with just one of them either. So you could actually drink a couple of these.
Very
And
social beer.
very social beer. And
Yeah.
for this one, you know, you gotta just have to have that old school West Coast IPA palate. You know, it's gonna be bitter, not sour.
It's bitter at the
It's
end.
bitter
yeah.
at the end, so it's got some bite at the end, you know. But
I mean, yeah.
that's how classic West Coast IPAs are. So if you like that,
Let's
then,
let's talk hip hop real
Hey,
quick.
how come I can't see any comments anymore?
Damn.
Whoa.
Whoa, our production team's getting
Whoa.
attacked from all angles
Yo,
today.
show this man some more
Chat,
love,
there we go.
please.
Chat.
Yo, okay, there we go. Look, that's
Can
what's
we-
up.
That's
There we
what's
go.
up.
Can we see some fire emojis in the
Yeah.
chat room right
Yeah,
now?
man, I'm not seeing enough of that.
So I just real quick randomly saw some
Daniel,
shit.
comments.
House Shoes posted something where I guess Madlib said something like hip hop should be Public Enemy right now, but that's just not where it is.
Word.
And then House Shoes in the description basically said like, yo, that's why I focus on beats.
Mhm.
A lot of the rap shit, the words are secondary. The rap shit gets boring at times. Do you feel like the content and the substance of some songs is overlooked the same way these beers are overlooked, and the time and the effort that's put into it, the ingredients, everything else? Do you feel like the substance is overlooked now the same way this is overlooked?
I have a view on this, right? So first of all, I really hate that underground hip hop has built an
Bubble?
an illusion, a fantasy world, into making people believe that anybody can just pick up a mic or a notebook and a pen, buy a little package from Guitar Center or Sam Ash,
Starter kit.
Sweetwater, go get some credit on Sweetwater, fucking go get your ass a little fucking kit, and that you can actually do something with it. I think there's a lot of people that are in not even a spotlight, but they think they're in a spotlight, and it creates a very toxic environment for people who really do put in, you know, the passion and the work ethic and that really do it, you know, because it's a career for them. So I see it the same way with beer because yeah, you could go to a home brew station, you know, and buy yourself a little kit, you know, and brew yourself a little batch in your kitchen,
Yeah.
right? And you could think you're dope.
Print up a t-shirt, make a business card.
Yeah. And then at the same time, you know, you can also, like us, you know, I don't like talking numbers, but let's just say it's not cheap making any of these beers right here. You're literally talking, you know, tens and 20s, and thousands of dollars in each one of these beers. And the work behind packaging it and marketing it and branding it, it's, you know, I feel the same way that hip hop artists, sometimes the ones that are really doing it. So for instance, that's why House Shoe says, you know, like he focuses more, you know, like on the music side. And then you got a lot of clowns out there that literally package shit, put shit out there in a fucking fantasy world land, you know, into thinking that it's going to do something. And it dilutes a lot of the shit, you know?
Let's talk about the House Shoes IPA. Uncle Shoes, because
Everybody's favorite.
that shit was fucking amazing. And the first time I tried it was at his house. And like, I think he
Fire.
had like the last of the last.
Everybody loves that
Fire.
shit.
Yo, and
That's
are you bringing that
everybody's
back?
favorite. Yeah.
Are you bringing that
tastiest
back?
one.
Will there be a
Right.
reissue?
Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
Eventually, sometime in the future, but you don't want to duplicate.
Oh,
any
yeah,
of the
no, of
recipes,
course not.
right?
You don't wanna
gotta
burn
do
it.
the
Alright,
Yeah,
so-
recipe
yeah.
here.
So let me just say that House Shoes may or may have not been at our last release, and we may or may have not had a meeting with him, and we may or may have not actually secured in an additional beer with him, and we may or may have not figured out a way.
Daniel.
We can't-
All right, bro.
You heard it here first,
Stop.
baby.
I can't confirm
Yeah, yeah.
or
I can't
deny.
You heard it here
Or
first. You may or
deny.
may have not heard it here
Yeah,
first,
we
actually.
have not heard it here
So
first.
we'll see which one of those two it is very soon.
So you guys have an all-star lineup, and then people have their individual favorites. So you have like for me, this one is great. I'm not gonna say this is my like the Shoes is great, but it's different from this.
So for hazy, honestly, Shoes has been the like the best one that we've done. But we can't make every beer taste the same, right?
of course not, yeah.
So obviously, every time that you're going to see a different label, it has to taste different. So we can't just cheat it, like and pretend like we're just going to make the same beer, put a fucking different label on it, like and that's it, call it a day. No. So imagine I think we've released 14 beers.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's a repertoire already.
Yeah, I think it's I think we're like at about 14.
Fuck.
14 beers.
Yeah.
Do you
and
remember them all?
I do. Yes.
No, you don't.
And
no, you fucking
go.
don't. All right, here.
No, no.
All right. So look. Well, I mean, it actually might be more if we count our home brews, right? The ones that we actually started with, because that's so. We were one of those.
But you got to start from somewhere, though.
We were one of those illusionists, right? But we we weren't.
you made it real. But you made it real, so it wasn't an illusion.
The difference was, and I'm going to tell you this, man. The difference was is that we, from day one, we were working with people that had already made it.
In the beer world, just describe what
In the
making it
beer
means,
world.
though. Like they made beer, or
No,
how did?
that have breweries.
Okay.
Okay.
That have breweries.
Okay.
So Edgar did, I think, roughly about 10 collabs or 10, 12 collabs with breweries before we made, our own beer.
Shout out to Zapata.
so Edgar was just an independent brewer, or did he work for a big brewer?
Edgar is obviously a lifestyle brand, Beer Thug Life, and
Yeah.
he built his brand, and then breweries would get him to collab. But collab meant, like you get your logo on it, and then you get a few cases of beer, but you're really not getting paid. And it wasn't until Edgar started talking to our other brother, which is Julio. Julio from Cervecería Mundial.
I wanted to get him to show up too, because not to sidetrack, but he had some amazing fucking death row stories, because he was around for like the death row era.
That's what's up.
What's crazy, and is that
I think
he-
it's
like,
He's like, yo, I remember when
we're
Suge
super
was trying to
hip-hop,
kill
bro.
Snoop, and I was like, oh fuck.
Well,
like-
shit, it's called hip hop craft.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
but Chelas Mundial, I mean, Cervecería Mundial, we're all partners, right? Beer Thug Life, Hip Hop Craft, and Cervecería Mundial, we're all partners. But Julio, which is the owner of Cervecería Mundial, and
Yeah.
we wouldn't actually be able to even be here and talk about or have any of these beers
He's
out
an
here
integral part of the equation.
if he wasn't a part of it, because he's the one that actually has a Type 17 license to be able to distribute wholesale to liquor stores. So if you walk into a liquor store and you're able to see any of our beers, you better, kiss the ring of Julio.
Bro,
I hear it.
Yo,
There it
his
is.
stories are
Enough
amazing.
said.
His story,
Push.
yeah. He's
Said
super humble
push.
too.
Yeah.
Super
Yeah.
humble.
I hear that shit. That's
Yeah.
what's up.
He worked for a
I
couple
love that
labels.
though. Cervecería
I think
Mundial.
he
Yeah,
worked for
Cervecería
Death Row.
Mundial.
Yeah, he
Hell
was
yeah.
working for, I want
He
to
worked
say,
for Death Row.
Loud? Was he working for
Interscope.
Loud,
I think it
or-
was Interscope and Capital.
No, he
And-
went from Death Row to Interscope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he was telling me the story, and I was.
Transition.
Yes.
He said that he got some early test promos, and it was something where Suge had it was called Dead Man Walking, and there was a picture of Snoop, and he had like a red jumpsuit, and like it was clearly like
he still
he's
has
a
a
marked
copy
man.
of that shit, bro. He still has a
Yeah, I
copy of
believe
that
it.
shit.
Yeah, but that shit is crazy.
So Julio's super hip hop, and that's my brother right there. So
I gotta-
much love to him.
I got a question for you.
That's what's up.
If they reinstated prohibition tomorrow.
They did, bro. It was called the fucking stay-at-home orders.
I mean,
because breweries were not allowed to open.
But we still had access to beer. I'm saying if this shit was 100% illegal, fucking tomorrow, where you can't even consume this, make this, have this,
where it's like
around this.
Pause. Look,
I'm saying
we may or may have not done something before we started doing this with you. So we have a system of actually getting beer.
No,
to people,
but what I wanted to ask,
even if it's not legal,
he said we may or may have not.
Yeah, but my
so
question
please understand that off top. You may or may have not have heard that.
Let me finish. What would you have in your speakeasy to separate it from the other speakeasies? Because down the street, there's a speakeasy.
Yeah.
And you go back there and they have the candles and they got a little piano back there and they play at a certain volume and the drinks are like 10 times more expensive. What would you have in your speakeasy if this shit became illegal tomorrow?
Ah, fuck, man.
Take your time. Take your time.
Man. You know,
you may or may not have an answer.
Exactly.
I'm with you.
Exactly.
No, it's beautiful because you found a way to bring the two worlds that we met in, which is hip hop, you know, and
beer
and beer, and you combine the two.
And we're obviously, you know this, you know, you two motherfuckers that are sitting right here to the left of me know that more than anybody that we're actively still working on bridging that gap even closer. Where we're working on projects, you know, where I think if we had a speakeasy, I think that's what would set us apart, bro. We would have all the hottest fucking hip hop fucking artists out there.
It's not gonna be a real speakeasy unless you can get tatted up in there or fucking gamble.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of everything in there.
Like you have an in-house minister and doctor.
Darts.
So they can give you your last rites or marry you.
Yo, they're getting married over there.
Ping pong
bullet wounds are being sewed up over there.
We may or may have not have a STD clinic back there.
Oh,
may not have
a little Planned Parenthood back there. You know,
damn it, yo,
there may or may not be holy water on tap.
Yo,
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Weed beer. Someone said weed beer.
Okay,
is
so
that in the
they
works?
already did it. No, they already did it, man. Lagunitas actually did a beer that was infused with cannabis, and you can actually get it up in states that is legal. I think I forgot what state it is. Oh, no,
probably
actually,
Colorado.
Not in the United States. It's somewhere across the seas.
It's in Holland,
Oh,
like in the Netherlands.
Yeah, Netherlands. I think it's actually legal where you can get it. Now here they also did it, but you could only buy it in dispensaries.
Ah. Okay.
Word.
Yeah,
does it hit? Have you tried it?
I personally haven't tried it. No.
I wonder what it tastes like though. Does it have like it's kind of like with the edibles where it's real heavy. Like, I mean, you can't really taste the, you know, whatever.
Somebody in the comments just said that HHC weed beer Lagunitas vale verg.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, Lagunitas weed beer. Oh, hey, D. So have you tried it?
What's up, Rubik's Uno?
I assume he has.
D, have you actually tried that weed beer?
I think you got to accept the challenge and make one. I think we may or may not be in talks to make a mushroom beer.
Oh, so
Whoa.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, but you know that too. So like, you know, that's gonna be more on the you know.
I operate under the table.
Black market.
I operate behind the curtain. Yo, that was one big thing too. Was like, you can have and make beer. First time I tried craft beer was in like homebrew was in I was in Utah. Okay. I want to say I was in Logan, Utah, which is like northern Utah. And this one dude came and he was just nerding out on beer to the max. And he was like, yeah, man, I'll bring you some beer. It's a chocolate chip, this and this. And I'm like, fuck, all right, fuck it, I'm down. So next day he brings
chocolate chip though
in a fucking mason jar. In a mason jar. That shit looked like fucking molasses. It was just solid black. And he's like, yeah, man, you might want to go easy on this one.
Nah, that's dicey.
Bro,
you might want to go easy on this one.
I
like
took,
a black and tan.
Yeah, I took a hit.
There's
and I was like,
Mississippi mud in there.
Yeah, you taste the chocolate. You taste it. And I'm like, yo, he put love into this. Like, and I was like, fuck it. It almost felt like a shot of whiskey. Sipping the beer felt like a shot of whiskey. Like, oh fuck,
that's my favorite shit right there. Actually,
like
it has that whiskey.
Barrel.
Yeah,
like the bourbon,
the
aged bourbon.
I forget his name, but I'm so grateful that he let me try that shit because he's like, yo, yeah, I make this at the house. I think he was telling me that his grandpa, his uncles, they were moonshiners,
and then he lived in Utah, so that's dope.
Yeah,
that adds to that science.
In a fucking.
How many wives did he have though?
I don't think he had any wives.
Oh, he's not a true Utanian.
Utanian? What the fuck? You just blessed Utah with a new name, bro. Before they were just called Mormons.
This is advantageous for all Utanians alike.
Whoa, Utania. Whoa.
What do they call natives of Utah?
Hey, but that's fascinating though. A craft brew dude in Utah. Come on, man. That means that dude was.
And this was like easily like 8 years ago.
Very progressive.
And
very progressive.
But it was funny because he was the quiet dude in the corner at the party. Like didn't really say too much. And I don't know what beer I was drinking. I was like, yeah, it's whatever. And he's like, oh, you like beer?
Oh, this shit right here, man.
He was like, oh, you like beer? And I was like, yeah.
Right,
and he was like, oh, well, you know, and bro, he just like unpacked
that's lovely,
fucking
bro.
10 generations of prohibitionists, moonshiners, and it was
this
like, yo,
fire.
Tomorrow, man, I'll bring you some stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And he brought the fucking mason jar. You had to pop the little thing, and I took a swig, and I'm thinking like, all right, well, this is for the whole fucking party because this shit is strong as fuck. He's like, no, that's yours. Oh, I don't remember the rest of the night. Needless to say, after a couple swigs,
Hey, can you tell people how they can get the same little emojis like Citra Goddess has right there? You know, so you see how she put the beer and then the tape.
I am not in the business of selling emojis.
Whoa! I just saw that right now. The beer and the tape. That's a special set of emojis.
Yeah.
Hey, how about you?
You don't get that in the free package.
Yeah, hit them with the instructions. Let them know how to get
in
that.
The free package, man.
Because I think that's dope.
That's
dope
to see. Evolucionario's hit, huh? Facts. Yo. That shit tastes great too.
So let's talk about the future.
Let me get another.
What do you
PRSC.
want?
Let's talk about the future.
They called it
so,
Bruno.
Let me get one.
So I'm
look at Roxanne.
So I'm privy to certain information, but these people might not be. What's in the works currently? What's happening right now?
We actually have a beer tape that's in the tank. We brewed it last week.
Okay.
And we're this one's actually going to be a little special because this is, I think, our first beer tape with a East Coast artist.
Oh shit!
Okay, tell them who it is.
Oh shit!
Do I have to tell them? Is Surplus going to tell them? Somebody's got to tell them who the fuck it is.
No, I don't know. Should we let
the drum roll. Let the drum roll. Let the drum roll. Let the drum roll. Let the drum roll.
I think. Man, I think a lot of people know.
Hey,
they are from one of the illest
town crews of.
Let's just say, let's just say they're from Bugtown.
One of the most influential albums of our time.
One of the most influential albums of our time as well, too.
Yeah.
So we're not telling them who it is.
Related to that.
I'll give you another thing. This artist actually just put out a snippet of a track that he did with Conway. So if you like, you know,
look, I see zip it, fuckers. Damn, the orders are coming down through the chat. Yo, too much.
Gag order.
Too much. Gag order. Gag order.
Anybody though.
Yo, might as well say it, bro. Look, might as well say it, bro.
There's many legendary crews and duos in hip hop. It could be anybody.
Fucking let me drink and do an interview, man, because I started giving secrets and shit.
Oh, see, look, Ronzik said Freddie Gibbs.
Nope, I would no.
Wow, we're just gonna run with that one.
But we're gonna run with it, you know, and that's actually I'll give you a 0.02% for that idea right there if it actually fruitions into an actual beer.
Freddie Gibbs, bro. I think I mentioned him on every show. I'm like, yo. Yeah, I like Gibbs. Gibbs is dope.
Gibbs is fire, though. Yeah, whatever. Gibbs is fire, though.
Okay, but look. Okay.
But a Gibbs IPA.
Which album, though?
You know what? Honestly,
man, you know what? Alfredo for me.
Bandana.
I'm saying. Right, so
I'm going to say Alfredo for me, though. I like the other joints. Alfredo was fire.
I think, honestly, like, just tuning into what he does, for me, it's everything. Yeah. As an MC, as a rapper, I'm like, he could be on anybody's shit. Yeah. And I'm like,
that's how I feel about Ross too. Unfortunately, man, Ross is just too damn good on the guy. Yo, the one with Ross and Busta, that Master Farad Muhammad.
Yo,
Busta's verse on that shit will make you put your headphones down, walk outside, go call your
Ross. But Yo,
Mom,
Ross
I just
has
wanna
a
let
great
you know,
ear
Mom.
for beats. He's always
He don't ever miss, dog.
Is
it his ear or
surplus.
does he have a team?
producers.
Yo,
he fucks with the cats.
As a
that
producer, you can admire
usually
how
look
Ross
over.
picks them, though, right?
Oh yeah, all
Dude.
day.
All right,
That's
so-
what I've said. He's
It's got a great ear.
Yeah.
All
Big
right,
fire, yo.
so we know who has a good ear. Who has a horrible ear for beats?
Damn.
Nas has
Pawz
been
one,
notorious
Pawz
for
one,
that.
Hey,
Pawz one.
fuck
Nas
you,
Pawz
would,
one.
hey,
Pawz
even though
one.
I love
This motherfucker
Yo,
has
Nas
the worst
in his later
fucking
years
ear
after,
for beats
you
in
know,
his
Because I'm
life.
just
Still
trying to
manic, I'd
shred.
say.
I'm just trying to
I've
shred
never
through.
worked with a fucking rapper that
I'm
has
just
the worst
yo,
taste.
I'm just
All
trying
right,
to
here we go,
shred
then.
through whatever I'm on, bro.
But whatever's left.
Yo, I'm just trying to shred through whatever I'm on. Like, yo,
Yeah.
send me shit.
You
Nah,
fucks.
you know what?
Shout out to my
no.
producers. You
Yeah.
fucks.
Let me
Hey.
let me tell you what's. Let me tell you
Being
the-
disrespectful right now.
your.
We love y'all.
Let me tell you your
Okay.
default.
Is it the
Whoa.
boom to the bat?
Let me tell you your default.
Whoa.
Hey, yo, that's not the only guy I work with. Yo, tell me why this motherfucker. Yo, tell me why he comes to the studio. He's like, "Who's that?" I'm like, "That's me." Oh, I'm
I'd
like,
say
"Well, yeah."
Eminem is top prospect as a,
On the
an
beat
artist
selection?
that has always had a
As
horrible ear
bad
for
beats, I mean, the ones he makes
Except
for himself,
when
too.
Dre was executive producing anything he touched.
I've heard Nas. I've heard Nas a few
Yes,
times.
Nas is one of those after Stillmatic years. You know, I am Nostradamus, and
Hey,
you
but
know
some
he kind of made a
cats-
comeback with a couple other ones. You know, Life is Good, and I was
The one with
fucking with-
Ye was dope. I like some
Hip
joints
Hop
on
is
there.
Dead was a big time flop for me. That was garbage juice. But
All the way dumpster
yeah,
juice.
I mean, yeah, the
Other one,
Queensbridge
too,
album
the
was
N-word
definitely
one,
nothing I'm fucking with either. Yeah.
yeah, he lost me for a minute, but you know he's slowly been making his way back, and I appreciate what he's been doing, like with Hit Boy. You know what I mean? Somebody from the IE, a producer that
That was dope.
Normally
That was dope.
wouldn't
I'm
get his
seeing a
spec,
lot of
but
LA and IE is getting love
he's
now.
had huge
Yeah.
placements. He's always been having his foot in the game, and it's just dope to see him get his shine like tenfold this year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, but you know what's crazy about Nas is Nas can still save shitty beats.
Yeah, all day. I mean, 'cause
I've seen it.
All day.
He-
long.
I've
He's
seen
a
it.
wordsmith.
I've seen it
Yeah.
enough times. You know,
Yo,
there's certain
even
wordsmith
though
that you
he
you
might-
don't fuck with the cadences and everything. You're like,
yeah, I was
ah.
gonna say sometimes you, might
You
be
know,
a
but
little
like
out of
Nas
pocket.
has saved plenty shitty beats in my opinion. So shout out to that.
On that note,
I always
the,
thought
hom-
Ether was a shitty beat.
the
is,
homie John Henry told me yesterday.
Woo! The surplus.
That was my initial
Yeah.
reaction to Ether.
That's a hot
You know what I
take
mean?
right there.
That- honestly, bro, I always thought Ether was
It was
so
subpar. It was subpar.
You gotta.
I
go
mean,
some-
it was alright.
Yeah,
It
but
was
the
a
bars,
death.
though,
I
but
need
the
to hear
bars.
death.
It was a John Blaze.
Got yourself good. I mean,
That's
that
what
one
Shoes
too
would
was
say.
kind.
Shoes would say
yeah,
death.
you know.
Yeah, I want to hear that death. You
So
know?
so I heard that
Something way more
there,
aggressive.
there's a program that they came up with where you can basically separate an entire mastered track, something that's out now, by a Nas, and basically grab the acapella.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
You could take a Sade acapella now. And who would you like to pair up? Who is somebody you'd like to see that hasn't worked together?
Oh shit.
Like, yo, I don't know, the tone, his cadence, his, delivery, like all of that with that guy. Why the fuck haven't they worked?
I mean, but is there really a lot of those though? I mean,
You tell me.
Of course.
I think the only reason people haven't worked together is probably because they had
Money?
beef. Not,
No,
or-
I wouldn't say
Or maybe
that.
a money thing.
Or
maybe
ego,
A money
or
thing.
ego.
I think
ego
labels.
thing, or
I
an
think
ego thing.
labels.
Well, I think Surplus got a good
ego.
answer.
Yo,
Hit me
egos
with one.
play so much of a part in it, man. Hey, that's a fact.
Hit me
That's
with
a
one of
fact.
these. Two people that have not worked that you'd like to see work together.
That have not worked. Because there's probably been
Obviously, you
times
you
that
got
they've
somebody in mind
collabed.
already. So why don't you just say
Yeah, I
who
was
the
gonna
fuck
say
it is,
this.
man?
Damn.
Because I'd have to think for a second because there's been instances where they've collabed on something, maybe you've done a feature.
But
for each
but
other.
you like
So
to
I'm
see
trying
more of
think
it. You like to see more of it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you one thing.
I only ask these
I was like,
questions
who
because
would
I like
go?
the silence that it brings on.
I mean,
Yeah.
no, I got some, but
It's a
you
good
asked.
silence,
ahead.
though.
No,
I
it's
mean,
because
for
I'd
me,
be
off top, if I was to tell you right now that I would be like, damn, that'd be dope. Why doesn't Muggs do a Black Thought album?
bro.
Okay, no. But see, that's
Black Thought and Pharaoh.
We could-
Pharaoh Monch.
Yo,
Yeah,
as a
Monch
group-
and Black Thought would be
Yo,
perfect.
I'm just
to
saying,
do
like,
a
to
big
me-
project
I think
together,
rap
just-
would explode, bro.
I think,
Yeah.
I think it would just
you can make
implode.
that same argument with Muggs and pretty much any other rapper.
But
because
that's what I'm
Muggs
saying, though.
has
Muggs
only
is
done
Muggs.
a certain.
But
their
yo,
whole style,
but yo,
delivery,
and
is
not even to
way
hate,
different
there's some
pockets.
artists I've seen him do a whole album with, and I'm like, that's dope.
like,
Fuck, I'd love to see a Black Thought album.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
That's
Yeah,
all.
for sure.
You know what I
for
mean?
sure.
I mean, like, look, Grandmasters with Jizza, my God.
Somebody said the Nas.
Muggs
Dro,
been,
Nas what?
Dro
coming out
said
with
the
a lot
Nas, the Nas and Preem.
Nas and Cream, like a whole album?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
they've already
surprised it
talked
never
about that.
happened.
They've
I'm
talked about
surprised
that.
it
I
never
guess
happened,
Nas had
though.
to fulfill his contract.
Mhm.
Remember, he
And,
announced
yeah,
it.
with
He
Def
announced
Jam.
it.
Exactly. He had contractual agreement to do however many albums, and he wasn't done yet. I guess he had like 2 more albums to fulfill the whole contract.
And see, I think that's what people don't
And
understand.
then he said,
that
no, and then I can work with Preem, but it never actually happened.
it's not
as
the
far
lack
as
of
the whole.
desire, right? It's not the lack of desire. It's really more, there's a lot of things into play, especially once you're actually tied up, with fucking contracts. And that's the thing that fucked up hip hop a lot, honestly, before, is that there was a lot of legal shit
Oh,
that-
finale
that prevented a lot of shit from happening.
Yeah,
Those
true.
are the homies
I never
right there.
thought of
would
that,
be
but it
dope.
makes
I
sense.
mean, Jay did that
They've
to
done a
fucking
lot of work
DMX.
together, though.
I mean, shit,
Rubik's.
Rakim, bro.
Peace, Rubik's.
You know?
Rakim.
I mean, Rakim's been done
Planet
countless
Asia.
times.
Rakim, Planet
but,
Asia.
yo,
Muggs,
Asia,
though,
man.
Muggs has been very smart lately.
mean,
Just
Asia
touching on that
deep
subject
in
as
there,
far
though,
as him saying
like,
a fully produced.
I don't
All
know,
of
man.
it, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, it's just there's a lot of legal shit that fucked up hip hop and prevented a lot of shit. And then, of course, what happened? The fucking masses and the fucking underground, and now with the resurgence of fucking independence,
Yeah.
now you don't need a fucking a label. Now
Yeah,
people are
Nah,
fucking
you
creating
don't
their own
anymore.
label.
Facts.
You are
you
your
don't.
own label, yeah.
And the wonderful thing is, like, an artist
your
like
own brand.
who you just said, Asia, right? Look at all the shit he's doing independently, man. Like the shit he's doing with Trust,
Right.
the shit he
Yeah.
did with Apollo Brown.
And
Oh,
then
that shit's dope.
I got to hear some of the
Like
stuff.
you be talking about Gibbs, I say Asia. I think Asia dope.
No,
as
Asia's
shit.
Asia's
Dope as
insane.
shit.
I got stories
Those
about
big-
Asia,
yo,
man.
Yeah, like,
But
I've actually
Yo, hear me
literally
out though.
almost got
Muggs-
arrested with Asia.
yeah,
Yo,
tell
fire.
that story. Tell that
Muggs is
story.
one of the only OGs. I just wanted to touch on that real quick because Muggs is one of the only OGs right now that has been reaching out to the younger heads that are kind of bubbling in our
True,
in our
very
realm.
true. Yeah, I've seen
You know
that
what
a
I
lot.
mean? And
Facts.
he's staying relevant because of that.
Yeah.
He's been able to basically reinvent himself by
True.
working with these cats from the East Coast primarily.
True.
Because if you see, Ito, fucking Crime Apple,
Yeah.
Divino, like he's really
yeah, that crime
Rome
apple,
Streets,
yo, that
yeah,
crime
he's
apple
just-
joint was nice.
He's doing
Hey,
the right thing, and,
yeah.
you know what?
Put
It's
an
still that
asterisk
he's able
after
to
Crime
humble
Apple,
himself.
by the way.
Put an asterisk
be like,
after
yo,
crime. Oh,
these-
whoa.
These
Asterisk.
cats are nice. Like, I'll definitely produce a project for them, and he's like exalted as one of the illest producers in this whole like grimy hip hop realm right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's wild to even think that because Muggs has always been a legend to us, and
Yeah,
we grew
yeah,
up
yeah.
listening to Muggs production. But
Of course, man.
yeah, and now he just like
Wild.
with the whole Griseldas and all
They
these
own
different camps
Stratosphere,
that
but yo,
got
how
that same
about
sound,
Alchemist,
he's
man?
really up there. Yeah, like the Alchemist. That was his little bro.
I mean,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like that's his protege.
That's what I mean. Look
And
at what he did
Alchemist
off.
will always give it up to Muggs.
Facts.
Yo,
So I
Facts.
gotta give it up also though to my seriously my brother Planet Asia, Tri-State as well too, man.
Tri-State,
much love.
nice. Yes.
Montage, much love to
one.
Montage.
Yes, sir.
Also, Killer Ben, man, y'all don't, man. If you talking about like sleeping, y'all sleeping on Killer Ben, man, and like that fool got fucking bars. Anyways, the reason I want to give it up to them is because early in my career, before I was doing any of this shit, like I wasn't doing beer, I wasn't doing any of this. I was just like another dude that was working in hip hop, and I was doing video work, and I actually connected with Planet Asia while I was filming a Gravedigger show in Orange County somewhere.
Sheesh.
So it was obviously, like not the full Gravediggers, but it
it's
was
like Shabazz.
Shabazz and Fruquan.
That's still fire.
Shabazz and Fruquan.
I mean, you get what you can at some
Yeah.
points, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. By the way, that day,
Yeah.
fucking Killer Priest literally fucking fell on the stage. He was so fucking drunk. And then we all, with a camera, had to fucking still pull his ass up, give him the mic, and then the PA announcer
He's a
fucking
big boy too.
killed his mic.
Yeah.
And Killer Priest still rapped for a good 15 minutes
Hey.
afterwards.
Yo, can I put this on record though? If
Anyways.
anybody hasn't said it, but Killer Priest, he is like the OG.
He's the OG,
He's like
man.
the original Jay Elect to me.
Yeah.
Jay Elect trying
Man,
to follow in his footsteps.
Look,
so you hear Jay
bro,
Elect trying
come
to
on.
No.
Well
You know
said.
what?
Shit.
Nah, well
There's
said.
certain
Well said.
esoteric.
There's certain MCs, bro. There's
Talking
certain
The
bars.
MCs.
Joint Bible is still
Come on.
bars for anybody who's
Yeah.
never heard any knowledge.
Everybody thought
in
that was
their life.
Did you go throw up?
Everybody still.
Are you the
thinks it's
first one to
jizza.
throw up?
No
already?
way.
Yeah, Bible. I mean, it's on Liquid Swords. You know what I mean?
Don't matter. You know
No,
that
no,
a lot of
voice.
heads that still
Yo,
think it's Killer.
that's
Still think
wild.
it's Jizzy. I
But-
mean,
but
it's Wu-Tang. That's like
There
the
are
most
certain MCs.
oversaturated
There are certain MCs that are
brand
on a certain
in
level.
hip-hop, right?
Like for
But I
instance,
love
Killer Priest is on the same level as Percy P. Where
Meaning,
meaning you'll see them everywhere, bro, promoting shit. You'll see them selling their CD or a T-shirt in a fucking corner somewhere.
Right.
You know, like, and still work with legends. You know, a week later, you know, like go drop a track with somebody and shit. You know, like these motherfuckers don't give a fuck what you think, and that to me is real, bro. That they don't give a fuck what you think.
I love the fact that Percy has dropped these videos where he's rhyming with fucking Fat Joe. He's freestyling with Eminem. But again,
Bro, if Percy
Percy
P ever
is-
went homeless, he could build a house off of his CDs.
Yo,
From all the CDs
no,
that he has.
you know what
Like,
though? He is.
That's how stacked he is with
No.
his merch,
He's
bro.
independent in every sense of the word. I give it up
He
to Percy
is.
every time. The only cat
Exactly.
you would ever see throughout however many years you've been in the scene, you would see him somewhere at some event or at Fat Beats or at fucking Rock the Bells. Dude would be in the parking lot
Mhm,
slanging his mixtapes or CDs,
Yeah.
whatever it was. He
Yeah.
always had the same shit. But you know what? He really peddled them shits off, and he did his thing, and he still does.
And
That
Killer
guy
Priest,
is a
bro,
legend.
You know the first
Triple
time
OG legend.
You know the first time I
Certified.
met Killer Priest was because he was in a corner of fucking outside of what was that one club over there in the Key Club? The Key Club over there in Sunset. I don't think it's even called the Key Club anymore, but he was on the corner selling his fucking T-shirt while somebody else was performing inside Key Club. But that motherfucker was grinding right there. He didn't give a fuck. You know, like he was out there hustling, bro.
Shout out to Percy P, though.
Shouts to
No,
I mean, that's
and
all you
Killer
can
Priest,
fucking
and
say.
Killer Priest, you know, like,
Killer Priest been influencing rappers out here since like mid 2000s out here.
what part
that I
of
can
Oh,
say
man.
is
for,
But
that?
Percy,
like for a motherfucking
man,
fact.
There's not enough good things I could say about Percy.
yeah,
Nah,
no,
Percy,
man.
yeah, Percy's
Much
solid.
love to Percy.
Percy's
So,
solid.
Before we move
Man.
on, shout out to Percy.
Shit, when I had Shambhala, he practically lived there. Trust.
Yo.
Like, yeah.
How much do we miss
Man.
Shambhala, bro?
I mean,
Shambhala
come on,
was great.
baby.
Fat
Shambhala
Beats,
was
too.
great.
Come
I
on,
miss Fat
baby.
Beats is what he
Shambhala.
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
was,
that Fat Beats.
Yeah,
That's
it,
what
it was a
love it.
vibe, bro.
Yeah.
It was a vibe,
it was
bro.
it was mad vibe in Shambhala, man.
So-
if y'all don't know about Shambhala, y'all ain't hip hop. I'm just,
Hey,
If you're from
appreciate
out here,
that.
if you're
Shit.
from out here,
Appreciate that.
yeah, no,
Appreciate
bro,
it.
it was the epicenter for a lot of shit.
yeah.
Yeah, man. We was really working right there. That was a lovely era. Quick,
Yeah,
but it was
yeah.
lovely.
It was dope.
Yeah,
I
man.
filmed 2 videos in there, bro.
Yeah.
People don't know that, but we filmed 2 music
Yeah.
videos in there, bro.
The Mind Power that hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
And what was the other one?
I can't remember the other one, but we did. I know we did. You know.
Nah, but
So that's
yeah,
you
man.
know,
Yeah, man. Good times.
good times.
Before we
anyway,
move-
so Planet Asia, much love to you because
I am hopeful.
you gave me the opportunity to actually take your ass to fucking San Francisco with the whole crew, the whole fucking Gold Chain military. We went out there. We did Rock the Bells. We filmed the whole shit. We were in the 36 chamber stage. I actually got to see fucking Mobb Deep fucking perform before, fucking
Before
Prodigy
peace
passed.
passed.
yeah. And
Yeah, see, right
fucking
before
Black
Hey,
Black
do we have any
Moon.
more raps in the studio? I'm asking Mondo.
Any more raps?
Blunts, raps.
Hey, yo, I got them
I
raps. You know what I'm saying? On
Yeah.
tap.
I mean,
Yo,
you know.
Asia
So,
would be
yeah.
like,
How
nah, I don't
and
smoke
then
switches.
the next year, which was in 2012, I took Planet Asia also to South by Southwest, and that shit was crazy.
So when did you almost get arrested? I haven't heard that story.
That's when we went to South by Southwest.
Oh,
So
yeah. This is Daniel's favorite story.
Real quick,
That's
run it
my
down.
favorite story, bro, because
Let him hear it. Let him hear it. I
we're-
want to hear it.
we're in an SUV, and it's literally 4 Mexicans and 2 black dudes, right?
African Americans.
Yeah,
African Americans.
to African Americans.
All right.
And I mean, you know, like it was a whole film crew, and it was Planet Asia and Tri-State, and we were going over there to South by Southwest. We actually stopped in Yuma. We did a show right there in Yuma, and that's when I actually met one of the crappier homies, Britain, which is from Crafted and Cuffed. It's crazy because now that we're in the beer shit, you know, like I had a dude actually come to me and say, "Hey, bro, I actually met you in Yuma when you took Planet Asia over there," and this was fucking 2012, bro. Anyway, so then after that, we went to South by Southwest, and then of course we have to pass through Texas, and then as soon as we passed El Paso,
That's barely coming into Texas.
Yeah, that is.
Did they
is,
throw you
though.
in a tank? 'Cause they threw us in the tank.
There's a checkpoint right there, you know. There's a
State
customs
troopers are
point
vicious right there.
And yeah, so they saw fucking 6 brown faces, and they didn't even say anything. They literally just looked at us and said, "Okay, yeah, pull over there."
Yeah, that's that northern Texas vibe. You know what I mean?
Literally,
Like,
they didn't ask us where you
like
coming,
when you're down
where
at the
you
bottom,
going.
they know what's up.
They
But
didn't say-
like,
they
Did
didn't
the dogs
say,
come
you
out?
know, like,
They brought the dogs out?
they didn't need to, bro. Because
the dogs were driving.
look,
Oh no, they
Like-
smelled the weed.
Nah, see, look, no, straight up. We
Where's
had
the weed, guys?
we had
Come
mad
on.
weed with us, right? Because
Factual.
I mean, we're hip hop, and we're going to South by Southwest. Of course, we're gonna have like a fucking.
You
ounce
ain't
of that
smoking
shit,
none of
you
that
know?
bunk
Like,
shit they got over there.
and we
right?
ain't smoking some of that bunk shit that's over there, right? So like, no, we went packed with weed.
Yeah.
But and they literally just went to the door and they said, "Hey, park over there." They didn't say where you going, nothing, right? Parked over there, and as soon as they came up, they said, "Okay, you guys got any drugs?" I said, "Yeah, we got about an ounce of weed." They said, "Where's it at?" We said, "Right here." And they said, "Okay, get off." Then they fucking took all of us off, fucking put us into the fucking into the office.
Tripping.
And man, this was crazy because they literally went one by one and started spelling everybody's dirt. They're like, "Oh, so you are."
Oh, you like to steal stuff, huh?
Yeah.
You start fires, don't you? Yeah.
You broke into that poor woman's house, didn't you?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, it
You
was
like
wild,
driving
man.
fast.
Because I don't even know why the fuck they were doing that, because we literally told them where the fuck the weed was at. And the funny thing about
It wasn't enough, bro. That's
Nah,
what
it wasn't
they,
enough. Yeah, they wanted to make.
they
a
needed
point,
to sprinkle
you know?
some
They wanted
coke
to
on
prove a
you.
point
You know
and
what I'm
shit.
saying? Real quick.
You know what was really whack? I think actually the wackest part about the story is that while we're in there, while we have an ounce of weed, there's a fucking couple that's also going to South by Southwest that get pulled in there and sits next to us, a white couple, right? So
They got heroin.
I don't know why they wanted to prove a point.
Straight up
Yeah.
on the black.
I don't know why they wanted to prove a point, but they got busted because they had a joint. We had an ounce, right? Like, and they got busted because we had a joint. So they sat them next to us, so we didn't feel bad that we were there because of a fucking ounce while they had a fucking joint. Anyways, they let us go because they just gave us a ticket, you know, like, and that was that. Fucking just killed fucking 4 hours, you know, like out of the trip and shit.
And whatever high you had, nice
And whatever.
coasted in.
No, the fucked up thing. I mean, the stupid thing about it and the convenient thing about it is that they never even searched the car because we still had
Fucking
weed in the
runs it.
car.
So the purported ounce was never even confiscated?
No, they took the ounce, but we still had other weed in the car.
Yeah.
So they
You
didn't
just
take
gave up that. Like,
And
yeah,
that,
Yeah,
ladies
we're
and
like-
gentlemen, is a lesson in life.
yeah.
Don't dry snitch on yourself. Right?
Like, be truthful, but not
Don't tell
All
them.
the way
Don't-
truthful.
Yeah, don't volunteer all the information. Just be like,
go about 90%. You know,
just
like,
give up the bunk. Be
you
like,
know,
well, that's
80%,
the
you know.
lesser. Yeah, that's not even that good. You know what? Go ahead. It's over there.
It's over there.
Yeah.
And then
right
yeah,
there. Yeah, they never searched the fucking car. We actually had about 2/8 of weed still in the fucking.
Of real weed
Damn.
somewhere in there, right?
Yeah. So we still had smoke, you know, like, but fuck Texas.
no,
He
tech-
said, but
bro,
fuck Texas.
Yo,
The lesson,
The
kids,
lesson here,
actually
too,
was
is-
fuck Texas.
Yeah,
apparently.
fuck Texas. Don't drive there. Don't drive through there.
isn't it crazy how behind they are though? It's just like, yo, it's
They ain't
fucking-
behind.
It's just it's like, yo, it's weed, yo. It's just
They ain't behind. They're just unwilling.
It's a slower pace.
Yeah.
You feel me?
yeah.
Let's
Hey,
never,
you know what though?
let us never
Unrelenting.
forget where David Koresh came from. Okay.
Unrelenting.
Planet Asia and Tri-State were actually very fucking dope because they were actually concerned about, because the homie, the one that actually we had to have a homie take the rap, right? We had to have a homie take, and
he had the cleanest record.
Yeah, so we had the homie take the rap, say, hey,
Bro, they're gonna cite you out
because
We're
look,
gonna get a ticket.
yeah, we got to announce. But whose is it? Is it all of you or is it one of you?
Well,
Catch 20 fucking one,
I'm about
baby.
3.5 of that, so
Yeah.
I'll claim a little ownership, I guess.
No,
It's
but
an 8-way partnership. It's a trust.
so yeah, one of the homies had to take the rap, and it was only a ticket. He just had to go back over there. Like a few months later. That's all.
Hey, but did y'all pay for his transportation though?
I know, that's fucked up.
A few months later.
Did y'all pay for his transportation?
Yeah, you guys throw him the
I mean, yeah, we paid for that transportation.
Damn.
yeah.
Cold-blooded.
Yeah.
Enough said, baby.
Hey, but honestly, that trip to South by Southwest is when I got to see actually Kendrick Lamar before he became Kendrick Lamar.
When he was K-Dot.
Yeah, when he was K-Dot.
He was at a fucking pizza place or some shit.
No, it was Respect the West.
Oh, that's different. Okay.
But it's still, we're talking about a small ass little club, bro.
Yeah.
Small ass little club.
Respect
And,
85 people, 100 people.
and you're talking about Self Scientific opening up for him, right?
Whoa.
There were some heads mentioning Self Scientific a little bit earlier.
That's wild.
Yo.
Self-scientific. So they reunited
Chase
for that
Infinite,
night.
I know Chase
2012,
Infinite
bro.
has been managing ASAP Rocky
And
and he's got
Griselda.
a-
And Griselda.
and he's got a couple, Haroon, he's got the coffee company and
Smart.
clothing.
Yeah, down in
smart
Lamert.
dude. He's been
Yeah.
I
capitalizing.
remember when he had
off
the
of this.
sneaker column in XXL. He had just the sneaker column. And I
And
was
Khalil,
like, okay, that's dope.
Khalil is killing it in the industry. He's Dre's right hand man when it comes to
Yeah.
in-house producers, and he's been getting crazy production credits. And,
Yep.
And
placements
people
for
still ain't
years.
never heard the joint return.
Man, Khalil is
Khalil,
fucking
honestly,
master, though.
that dude
He
was
is
so
the
dope,
master.
man.
Yeah, man.
I had
he's
the
one of
pleasure
my
of actually
inspirations
shaking
for
that
what
dude's hand,
what I do. You know what I mean? He has inspired me immensely.
Yeah, man. I mean, if you're from the West, man, definitely Khalil's a big ass influence. Man.
Oh,
Monster.
yes.
He's an
Like,
absolute
he right there with
monster.
Battle Cat. He right up there with the big dudes, man. Like,
All day.
for real, when you
He's
say
just-
Dre's right hand, I
just
feel
on
like, fuck, that is Dre.
You
You know what I mean? Like, if there's
literally,
anybody
Dre
literally
has
that's
been
like,
using his in-house producer for years, and you
Yeah.
know what? I was at an event years ago. It was an ice standard like producer showcase. All these big name industry producers came out and were just blapping out, playing joints. So DeJuan Parker, one of his in-house producers at the time, played some joints, right? That him and a few other cats that had actually produced rather than Dre. And Dre got the credit for them, but he played like Lost Ones, Crack a Bottle, and another Jay-Z joint. And Dre, he's in the back, literally sitting at a table with Exhibit and a few other heads, and he's like, yo, why you play those joints if you ain't on them? DeJuan's sitting there like, yo, I just wanted to play the joints I worked on with you, boss. And Dre was like, no, I ain't not about that funny shit. He was like just basically calling him out in front of everybody.
Wow.
This cat in the crowd goes, shut up, you're a billionaire. That was right when Dre had made that deal with
Beats.
Apple.
With
Yo,
Beats.
shut up, you're a billionaire.
So let me
It was
understand this.
amazing.
So let me understand this.
Yo.
He played some stuff that he did 99%
right?
of the work on.
Literally, and Dre took
Hey, I
the credit
paid you to
for it.
shut the fuck up.
Yes.
is
Right,
what that was
yeah, that's
basically,
what-
He
okay.
was
right?
outing himself at that point.
All right,
Yeah.
man.
Yo,
He is a serious
Well,
beast. Fucking DeJuan Parker is crazy.
That
He's
sucks, man. That's a lot of
virtuoso.
people. Hey, yo, but
Yeah.
how about people who get jacked out here? You know what I'm saying? I know a couple producers out here that,
Yeah,
Drake's ass
absolutely.
got a couple of freestyle beats off of,
It's happened.
notoriously. You know what
Yo,
I mean?
I
So
seen
it's like,
something recently where it was like they showed like an old Irish folk song.
mhm.
I'm not even. It blew my fucking mind. Like they played it. It was like a drinking song, a memorial song, and they had a couple lines in it, and they're like, "Yo, Drake literally ripped off this old Irish or Celtic or whatever it was.
I mean,
It was a folk
Drake's
song,
an entertainer, though.
but homie stole like everything in it.
Yeah,
and they went
Drake and the rapper.
side by side.
Mhm.
And you're like, oh fuck, that's crazy. I mean, bottom line is, dude was pretending to be disabled in a fucking TV show, so there's no reason why he wouldn't pretend that he could rap.
I mean, Drake's a whole other thing though. Drake's an entertainer, like I was just saying. He ain't out here like I'm the greatest MC that ever lived or even the greatest rapper.
Nah,
He's
man.
like, he an entertainer.
I mean, honestly, Kanye just gave up on rapping. He just like said, I'm not even gonna try.
No,
rap
you know what's
anymore.
up with
No.
Kanye? Kanye could say whatever the fuck
Lil
he
Wayne
wants.
gave up on rapping and
Hey,
just started
it's
making
like,
noises.
but yo, honestly though, all of that may be true about Kanye in some senses, but like,
Wayne
yo,
had his
that
era,
gospel
though.
album of his,
Lil Wayne had his era.
that gospel album was fucking
you-
crazy.
Shout out to Gilly.
I
for
heard that
era.
shit. That shit was crazy.
I've heard,
Not
I've
here.
heard good shit about that.
Nah,
Lil
that
Wayne
shit's
yeah,
crazy.
bumping
was
the
everywhere.
cars everywhere. You know what I mean? Like 2008, he was just at the top of the food chain. Dude couldn't be touched. Everybody was all about Lil Wayne this, Lil Wayne mixtapes, and Carter this, Carter that, whatever the fuck he was.
Hey,
putting
by the
out.
way, can we do a little cheers to Lorraine's
You can just
birthday?
chill.
Oh, most definitely,
Hey, happy
Lorraine,
birthday,
happy
Lorraine.
birthday
Happy
to you.
birthday, Lorraine.
Yo,
We love
cheers,
you.
yo.
Cheers.
Woo!
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers, cheers.
Y'all don't know, but
Yes, sir.
but
Yes, sir.
Lorraine
Yes,
is
sir,
integral
Surplus, I got you.
in hip hop
Yeah.
craft as well too. So cheers,
Eye
Lorraine.
contact.
He said,
Yes, sir. He said
Nah.
eye contact. Ah, yeah.
Yo, he said Pawz never liked Wayne from day one. Actually, no.
Yo,
No.
That's just very true. I like Gilly the Kid
I
though.
re-
I mean,
well,
I
yo,
put it to
I
like
love
this
the
though.
respect
writers.
both their hustles. I respect what they've done. in
I
the
mean,
game
yo,
thus far.
Wayne
So
Wayne was
it doesn't
Drake
gotta
before
be about
Drake
if
was
we
Drake.
like their music. You know what I mean? Just like Eminem.
I respect.
Same shit.
I respect
I
that
hate
part
his
of it.
music. I fucking hate
Hey.
Eminem's music, but I respect. the
I don't
dude,
know, man.
And
It's
he
like
is one of the top lyricists.
Hey, can somebody
our
ask
time.
Mondo if I can
You know
smoke
what I
a
mean?
cigarette in here?
Oh my, he's itching.
whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like,
No,
nah.
That's gonna be a no for
I'm gonna
me,
just
dog.
say right
Come
now,
on
I
now,
don't
Dan.
support any kind of tobacco smoking
While you're
That's gonna
smoking
be
a
a
blunt.
no for me.
at all. At all.
Right,
It's
look,
bad for you, and the kids should know this.
Well, look, we have birthdays to celebrate. So before we get out of here, tell those that don't know where to find you, what's happening. We didn't even touch on the show that's gonna
Man, I ain't
happen.
trying to tell no fucking hater ass motherfucker that's where the fuck they can find man. But you know where you can find me right here, motherfucker. So if you want to find me, you know where to fucking find me. Check my labels because I post where the fuck we brew in all our labels, homie.
So let's talk about the show
What?
real quick before we get before we get out of here.
What happened?
Before we get out of here,
Somebody say something
tell
in
them
the
about the show. Tell them about the
Hey, so just,
Aero Lodge show. We got to get out of here because
man, fuck. Okay, so you already put it out the box. All right, so yes, just be on the lookout, man. You know, for everybody who's listening right now, you know, just be on the lookout because we're actually going to put on hip hop shows at a brewery starting in the first week of March. So stay tuned. We got a fucking fire ass lineup. These
That's
two
it.
motherfuckers. That
who
right
are the
here to
potentials
left
on
of
the
me.
lineup? Just say a couple names before we get out of here.
I don't know. It may or may not be Elzai. It may or may not be Guilty Simpson. It may or may not be Evidence. It may or may not be Dirty Science.
Visionaries.
It may or may not be. I mean, look, man.
Okay.
Come on, man. You
It
want
may
me
or
to
may
tell
not be the place to be, and you may or may not be lame if you don't go. You know what I'm
Yo.
saying? So
So,
we may or may not be the Pawz One podcast.
Yeah.
I may
So-
or may not be Asimov.
I
This
may
may or may not be
Hip Hop
Pawz One.
Draft.
and I may or may not say goodbye and thank you for tuning in.
Hey,
We love you,
I love
fucks.
you, motherfuckers.
We love you, fucks.
Let's go celebrate tonight. Come on.
Yeah. Salud.
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 Salud.